Bendiciones, you guys. I'm gonna make sure that you can hear me clear. We about to do Tuesday's tea. I already got the tarot version that has already been released to my Patreon. So shout out to y'all. I'm gonna wait till some people come in here. I'm just gonna let a few minutes go by. Couple. I'm always hot, then I'm always cold. I'm always hot, then I'm always cold. Grand Rising, Tasha. Tasha, I'm just waiting probably like another minute before I start Tuesday's tea. These are channel messages, you guys. I do have full tarot readings on my Patreon for Tuesday's tea that has been released, you guys. But here we just chatting, and yeah, sometimes I'll do this here, and most of the time I'll put it on Patreon. You feel me? All right, Betty Stones, you guys. All right. So I'm just giving a quick prayer. All right, so what we're going to focus on today, you guys, with Tuesday's tea is just basically reflecting on unfinished business when it comes to people, places, and things. Okay, for an example, I would use love situations, heartbreak, whether it's platonic or romantic, you guys. A lot of times we deal with certain things and we tuck them away, or we finish them, or we finish them in a way that we think that they're gone, and they're not gone. They come back to revisit you, and things of that nature. But today I'm going to talk about entities and how they hop, okay, and how you deal with certain situations, friendship, love. You know how people would say certain things in a sense like, oh, I'm always going through this type of shit, or it's always these type of people, or I got to deal with these type of weirdos, or people are obsessed with me, and da 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 da. What are you calling in? What are you attracting? Also, unfinished business is unfinished business. Okay, let's say you was dealing with a situation that was platonic or romantic, right? And that situation is done, you know, whether you walked away or the other person walked away, or you were pulled away from an individual. You feel me? um if you was dealing with someone that had a dark entity on them, like I tell you, you guys, this is just a vessel. Our body is just a vessel. What's in you. Do you have a pure soul? Do you have an entity on you? Do you have a full powerful demonic force that's in you? How long has this been on you? Did you get this through having multiple partners with intimacy? Were you molested as a child? Because those dark entities, those high demonic demons love to attach to children through trauma and highly sexual trauma, you guys. And growing up and having multiple partners, um, it's like a Jezebel spirit. It's a high dark demonic force that's on you. That's why people have sexual addictions and things of that nature. And people have several partners. Um, and you know, people have jobs that do this, right? People that sell their body, people that strip and do all this. You're picking up people's energy. So you're being intimate with several people. Now, some people be intimate with several people for free, and some people do it for money. Okay. Either or, you're picking up somebody's baggage. So imagine how much shit, you know, that person has, and then it goes into you. Okay, so be wise about that also. Also, somebody could have a high demonic entity, demon on them, and that motherfucker just want to jump to you. You feel me? It could be done with that person, and then people could have several. And people could have one that just runs them. Okay, if you ever see somebody that um, has a high sexual drive, multiple partners, do certain things, um, most likely they have been molested in their life or when they were younger, things of that nature. You feel me? So that's for one. I might be talking about you yourself, all right? And you know that you know, get therapy, connect with God always first. Connect with God always first, but um a lot of shit you can't help because you didn't come in this life to be born and say, hey, I want somebody to violate me. I want um a family or friend to violate me, or I want a stranger to violate me, or I want my parents to know that somebody violated me and they don't care, or they put me in a predicament to get violated. All right, these type of conversations that I have in channel messages are trigger warning, you guys. I get to the point. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Ace of Swords fully, I will cut through you with the truth. And you figure out what you want to do with it. You either gonna attack me, you either gonna face yourself, you either gonna do all of the above, you either gonna project. I don't give a fuck. I'm the messenger, and I'm gonna say what is needed to say, and most of the time it's shit that other people won't say. Okay, that's what makes me me. Okay, so a discernment. Okay, and also we're going back to unfinished business. All right, so I have a quick story time because I always like throwing myself in the mix, not because it's all about me, but because I want to let you know that I live a human experience, and we might have things in common, and I have overcame things and still healing from things. And I want to let you know that as long as you're breathing and you wake up every day during this lifetime, that you have a chance to heal and face certain things about self that you probably don't want to. All right, so I got a quick story time, you guys. I was dating someone. I was dating someone for a lengthy time, you guys. I was comfortable with dating. I wasn't trying to get into a serious relationship or anything due to certain things from my past and whatever. So I'm dating this person, da 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 da. So time goes by, I separate from this person. I even separate from them like in the 3D at distance, all right, a lengthy distance. Now, I did this and I separated myself. Of course, my life was going through different changes and whatever. It wasn't really about focusing on that person. It was about focusing on, you know, moving on with my life. But at the same time, it's like, okay, boom, I'm done with you. I don't want to do this anymore. Or perhaps this individual didn't give me something that I had wanted at that time, or Maybe I was elevating within this situation and they weren't. They wanted to stay in their comfort zone, which is to each his own, right? So boom, I leave this person alone. I go on with my life. I go on with my life, dealing with certain things in my life. A couple years later, I reconnect back with this individual, right? So everything is energy. So I reconnect back with this individual and boom, it literally a couple years later feels like yesterday when I left this individual, right? So like we get into some type of conversation, right? And it's more of the same thing that this individual would do in the past. It would be basically getting more information out of me, like stroking somebody's ego to make that individual, whatever it is. I'm not gonna put that person down, or just because I'm speaking of a story about this person, and of course I might speak certain things or story times about people, places, or things, but I really care about this individual and they're still connected to me. So I'm not going to go like into detail to say why this person is the way that they are. Just because I know the story time is about them, okay? So, boom. I'm good. I have the conversation. Then I get like in a ball of emotions, you guys. Like a ball of emotions. And it felt like yesterday. Like I feel like I left this person yesterday. Like, bye. Da-da-da-da. Like I was good. I really wasn't. I took that and I said, you don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this issue, this situation, this whatever. That's cool. I'm going to tuck this away and move on. But at that time, I didn't know I was tucking it away. Okay? I thought I got rid of it, right? Because I didn't handle and process things the correct way so I could move on and this shit don't visit me later on in life. Or if this individual ever reappears, these emotions won't come back. And granted, every time to get closure, you guys, it's a high percentage that you don't need that person. Okay? And if you feel that you do need somebody to get some closure or whatever, you deal with some type of abandonment issues. Okay? Because you really don't need somebody for closure. You just don't know how to face self and be alone with self to process certain things, because it's also a high percentage that somebody not gonna give you that. You feel me? Some people like to string you along or not give you closure because they want you to return, or somebody doesn't care, or somebody don't know how to do that. You feel me? Like those type of things. So anyway, a ball of emotions come back and I had thought I was Gucci, you feel me? But I really wasn't. So I was emotional and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, I felt like it was yesterday. I felt like yesterday when I had loved this person, you know what I'm saying? So I sit there and I'm connecting with spirit and I'm just like, you know, just please assist me. I feel overwhelmed and I have the common sense to know that obviously this is a situation, feelings, whatever you want to call it, that I thought I tucked away and I didn't. And they came back and said, ha ha, now we are going to throw all this at you because you wanted to tuck us away or whatever. And it's like, I'm not going to say I don't be upset at my, I'll just say my spiritual team that assists me, my archangels, God first. You feel me? God first. My archangels, my Orishas, my guardian angels, all that. But they know you best because they always around you. They know you how you are in secret. They know how you are publicly. They know how you are. So understand that God will permit a lot of things and heavy on allowing the devil to do certain things, the enemy, so you can get broken down and built back up. Because you might not know your strength, but God does. And if you're not there and you need to go through things and see certain things, so it's more like, yeah, you had tucked all this away about this individual and they no good for you, okay? And actually, you tucked it away, and you have some new endeavors and platonic and romantic relationships, whatever you want to call it, coming up. And there's going to be certain things that trigger you in these situations, and this baggage that you got is going to come up and put itself in your situation. This is some real shit I'm talking about, okay? All right, sometimes it blow my mind too, you feel me? Sometimes it blow my mind too. That shit gonna come up, okay? And it's gonna sabotage certain things because you have emotions and unhealed and things that you haven't let go, tuck away. So imagine, like, I'm 34 years old. Imagine things from my childhood all the way to being a young child to teenager, that I had did that too. And we have so much baggage, and we don't, we try to, we be oblivious to why the fuck we go through things over and over and over and over again. You feel me? So now I'm sitting there and I'm bawling. I think I was at work. You feel me? Bawling in tears or whatever. And I was like, I understand. I understand. But I want to get rid of this. And Spirit is like, no, you got to process these, right? You thought you was big. You thought you was bad. You thought you was moving on. You projected on this individual, no matter how they treated you or anything like that. You projected on them and you pushed that on them and you walked away, and we were standing around you like, now you're going to have to deal with this shit later on. So I'm like, all right, I'll deal with it. It took me like 2 to 3 days. I promise you. 2 to 3 days. You feel me? The longest motherfucking days of my life. Because imagine 2 to 3 days and you still have to work, be a mother. Every day, just all regular shit. Okay? And process these feelings and do this and do that or whatever. Right? So, boom. Moral of that story is unfinished business, okay, will always come back up. Now I'm going to jump back into entities and demonic forces. All right? Because you know I'm good for talking about it. All right? You have a situation, whether it's platonic friendship, somebody does some fucked up shit to you, right? You either get pulled away or you pull yourself away, or that person, whatever it is. That entity that's on that person, you know how many entities and demons there is around? This is the devil's playground. You feel me? This is they shit. It's not our shit. It's not paradise. We go to paradise when we die. All right? When we leave this vessel. This they shit. Let me remind you. This the devil's playground. Earth, where we live. Okay? Just in case. Just in case you need a friendly reminder, because if this was paradise, you know what I'm saying? Like, there wouldn't be all these things that's going on here. You know what I'm saying? It's the devil's playground. So you know that. All right? I've been told that ever since I was a child from my father. And he always made that shit clear. All right? Especially if you're high ranking, and a lot of people, like, I just got to throw this in there. People get readings and shit like that, and they connect. And it's a lot of people that I connect with, and I let them know. You have a high ranking. You're very powerful. Please understand you got to do the work to get there. Please, please. You know, your journey is your journey. Whatever, you know, you can try to take that information and think that you're God. Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers be thinking that y'all God, and y'all soon find out. You feel me? Or you like to fuck with a child of God, and you gonna fuck around and find out. Okay? Understand that even though you could be at a low vibration, and in the spiritual room you have a high ranking, you do have to do your work to get there. But understand that the devil knows that you have a high ranking, right? So the devil is going to try to keep you low, because why let you go to your higher self when you could defeat my entities and my demons, right? Or I could just take you and have you work in my demonic kingdom for me, and hold things over your head and your addictions and manipulate you, God would never do that to you. God would never do that to you. God would never give you quick money to do something. God would never tell you to destroy, physically or mentally hurt someone, because there's consequences to that. The devil will. The devil will give you quick things, schemes, money, addictions, all that type of stuff. You know? So understand that just as high ranking that you have, as so above and below, baby. You understand? So a lot of people get it misconstrued, you know? And they really working for the devil. You feel me? Hold on, y'all. All right? And again, these are people's journeys. They do whatever. You know, sometimes, a lot of times, people lose their high ranking in the spiritual realm with God of the highest white light, because there's demons that's gods of the dark demonic kingdom. You understand? You know, if I'm losing you, you can leave. You feel me? Because we don't like the confusion and the chaos, because that's the devil anyway. You feel me? And yo, I swear, like, you see, Spirit want me to go into the whole speaking of like how people, and I always say this even when I be talking about these wicked ass motherfuckers. I always say, when you ready, remember that first you are and you were a child of God, and you have the opportunity to connect back with God, the divine, the highest white light, but you have to go through judgment. And people don't like to go through judgment, because when you go through judgment, you have to face yourself. You can't project. You got to revisit trauma. You got to revisit your truths. You got to revisit the truths about others around you. You're going to get broken down. Okay? And you got to build yourself back up. And people think and act like they're strong, but they're not. They're really weak. And they like to take shortcuts. And they like to say, hey, you know, the devil be right there. Like, hey, you know, let's just end these motherfuckers. You feel me? Strap something on you, and now you belong to this entity, this demon or whatever, and they ruling you. All right, and the more that you get from the devil, the more you got to pay back, and you just stuck there. But remember that God could break any demonic force, any spell work, or anything like that. Don't ever let somebody tell you that God can't. You know, it's just the harder or whatever you did is gonna be whatever. But I don't know about y'all, but every day if I'm waking up and I'm living, like, I'm gonna become a better me and do better things. You feel me? But again, these things are needed. These type of individuals are needed. Just like those demonic forces are needed. You know? I don't know about y'all. I wasn't born or raised in high vibrational love and light, no trauma, no toxicity around me, no um abandonment, no physical or mental abuse. So I need these type of energies to go at war with, so I could defeat them, so I can reach my higher self, because I know how it is down there, and I know you get what you give down there, just like as so above and below, baby. You get what you give when you up there too. You feel me? But, you know, and people, people say that a lot and they don't follow it. You get what you give. So if you do some fucked up shit, right? If somebody do some fucked up shit to you, right? And you do some fucked up shit back to them, what you think gonna happen to you? But the devil is clever. So people will manipulate and twist certain things and do fucked up things, or study somebody or do something, or know how to destroy an individual, or how to trigger or make a person react to that. What they did is like this and the person's reaction is like this. The devil is clever, but connect with God, because the devil's not as smart as God. Okay? So back to what I was saying, you know what I'm saying? Because like we be here all day type shit. These entities will jump. These demonic forces will jump. You feel me? Like, oh, you think you was going to get away from me? Oh, you mean somebody new? All right. I'm going to jump on them. And if they don't take care of their spiritual hygiene and they don't do what they got to do, is, you feel me? You ever looked at somebody like, damn, you doing the same exact thing from another, you know? And sometimes the demonic forces or the entities don't jump. They just in that motherfucker. You feel me? They ain't jump. They just came to you real quick. You feel me? And God is always there, and God will permit the devil to do certain things to help you with your elevation. So these motherfuckers, they keep jumping, and they never stop jumping, or they never stop appearing, because this is the devil's playground. But the more discernment you have, and the more spiritual protection you have in connection with God, these motherfuckers would know that they just can't play with you. You feel me? They just can't. They could do whatever they want. They just can't play with you. All right? And in the mix, there'll be karma brought to these individuals from yourself that will give them the option if they want to elevate or they want to go to war with you. Okay? So, yeah. That was quick, you guys. Make sure y'all give a thumbs up, share this live. This is a good ass live, you know what I'm saying? This was Tuesday's tea. This is about unfinished business and also about entities that jump people, places, and things. It could be a situation or anything like that. Remember too, and I'm always gonna say this, that anything that you go through or what individuals do to you is an opportunity for growth and for elevation. Trigger me. Tell lies on me. If I confided in you when I was vulnerable and I told you secrets, and you want to try to destroy me by saying that publicly and creating lies or just being false overall, do that. Do that. Because I'm going to show you how divine I am. I'm going to show you how powerful I am. I'm going to show you how protected I am from God. And at the same time, I'm going to thank you. Thank you for putting me through these type of situations that I am given the free will to either project and attack you back or give you a mirror, while also giving you the option to choose God or the enemy. Okay? I am Unlimited Goddess. I am the goddess of the moon and the sun. I need you to know and understand that. That means that I will sit with a demonic force that is sent to me, and I will wear it out, and I will send it back to you. All right? Or I will give that demonic force a mirror, because you don't ever like looking at yourself. You look at yourself and you see things. Okay? Some of these dark forces fuck with me so much they don't never want to leave, but they have to. And I am the goddess of the moon and the sun. And spirits in the light, guardian angels, orishas, ancestors will always love me. And with ancestors, there's light and dark too. Remember that. It's light and dark in everything. That's why it's nighttime, and that's why it's daylight. You feel me? But yeah, you know, it's always gonna be a fuck around and find out with me. Okay? But it is always a pleasure, collective. This was Tuesday's Tea. This is Cassie, Unlimited Goddess, coming to you on Unlimited Truth. All right, you guys. Bye.